All right, you guys, so we're starting a new project today. You guys can see Project Restore the Miata is currently in process. I am gonna be changing out everything when it comes to my cooling system for the sole purpose of trying to restore the cooling system, because the car actually began to overheat when I was at idle, just sitting at a stoplight, and obviously that's not okay. We went ahead and checked out the actual radiator just yesterday, and I found tons of rust inside of it. There was actually so much rust that you could stick your finger in and basically pulled out clay. It's basically today's project, and let's just get it started. So I pretty much went out and bought a 1991 Mazda Miata, as you guys obviously saw from the last video if you guys watched it. And you know, upon buying this car, I actually knew that it was going to be a small project, because there were some things that obviously need to go ahead and get maintained when you buy a new car. So I kind of knew that it was going to need some maintenance, but I didn't know that it was going to need everything that it does need. So that's kind of not really the issue, but that's kind of the downside about buying this car. I don't know, you guys can actually see, like, the previous owner pretty much wrecked me, because homeboy didn't really know how to take care of his car, or he just decided to go ahead and cheap out. So instead of using coolant or distilled water, he decided to go ahead and use regular water. So now my whole cooling system is full of rust, and obviously you can't really have that in a car when you want it to perform well. And given that this is my daily driver for now, I obviously need it to be running properly. So that's actually gonna be what I'm going to be replacing today, is the whole water pump assembly. If this will focus, there we go. So I'm gonna be replacing the whole water pump assembly along with the timing belt. I got a Miata fan shroud, Miata radiator, and a valve cover gasket that I will be putting into this car. I do also plan on getting some new hoses, but for the meantime, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean these up on the inside so that we could just go ahead and reuse them. And then later on, I'll go ahead and get some good polyurethane ones, because obviously, like, these are just, it's nasty. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, and so the car is currently lowered off of the lift, because I already finished draining the radiator. But the next thing you guys are gonna wanna go ahead and do is disconnect the actual top radiator hose, and then the actual mass airflow sensor and like the intake. Otherwise, you guys won't be able to actually access all the other little stuff that you guys want to do. So I got these guys loose, this one's loose, but we need to go ahead and disconnect the top radiator hose so that we can actually get this out. I like to go ahead and put a towel just under the hose, just in case this does have some water. Obviously one hose isn't going to do a lot, but better than nothing. All right, intake hose is out. Huge shout out to Brandon, by the way. I'd link your Instagram, but you know, social media is cancer, so. So everything is almost all set to go. Luckily for me, previous owner decided to go ahead and cut the valve cover, so a lot of that stuff I actually don't have to remove. Most of you guys who do have Miatas obviously will have a few more covers to go, but the last thing we need to do is go ahead and unbolt these, take out the spark plugs and all of that, so that we can go ahead and start replacing the timing belt and the water pump. So far, it smells like trash, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys can, it's disgusting, dude. This is where we're at. That actually was really easy. It's literally like, what, 2 bolts for the radiator? And that's it. And it comes out with the fan shroud, because the fan shroud is bolted straight onto the radiator. So 2 plugs for the fans, and that was a lot easier than I thought, not even gonna lie. But all right, cool. Moving on to the timing belt and the water pump. All right, so progress so far. Harmonic balancer is out, the belts are out. We managed to go ahead and break these 2 bolts, right, Brandon?
Yeah.
So we have to go ahead and extract those now, and obviously get some new ones. But Yeah, almost there. We're still disassembling some stuff. Got to make sure this thing is at top dead center in the first cylinder. And once that's done, then we can go ahead and start taking off everything. But as you guys see, Brandon is taking care of the lower cover, so we can go ahead and actually access the water pump. So that's pretty much the last thing that we have to do, and then the water pump can go ahead and start coming off. So now we have the whole squad here, because I don't know. What do you think, Devon?
Cut the belt.
We might just have to cut the belt. So obviously I did this because I saw it on YouTube. Brandon wanted to go ahead and use safe measures, and Devon wants to cut the belt really badly. So don't try it at home, but we might just have to cut the belt for content purposes. And so what do you say? Should we just cut the belt?
I say you should do whatever.
No, I think we should cut the belt.
Floats your
No, like actually, I think we should cut the belt.
Then cut the belt.
All right, cut the belt.
I don't like having a camera in my face.
Okay. Why? Because social media's canceled?
Yeah.
This guy's crazy. Oh.
Snap on.
Weapon of choice. All right. This is the moment right here.
I'm gonna eat this weed.
You idiot. Water pump is now off. It wasn't in terrible shape, but I wanted to go ahead and replace it anyway since I'm going to be replacing the timing belt. Brandon is currently helping me out, scraping the leftover gasket that is on where the water pump was originally. So there's two little inlets and an outlet right there. Brandon's going to go ahead and clean those up so we can go ahead and throw on the gasket and throw this new water pump on. And then we should be good to go to start throwing everything back in together, right?
Yep.
All right, let's get it done. Day number 2, because we were not able to go ahead and finish it by the time class was done. So we're just gonna go ahead and start where we left off yesterday. We're actually gonna go ahead and extract these 2 bolts today because obviously they're stripped. And I got the 2 new bolts right here, the thermostat and the gasket. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of those right now and then finish up. Timing belt, new water neck, new water pump, all of that is currently in. So now it's just a matter of putting everything back together and making sure that everything is good. So what did we do today? So it's the moment of truth. We're gonna go ahead and turn it on and see if all the timing is okay. All right, Devon, you ready? So far, so good. A1. I would say, what the heck, Devon? I would say the first time doing maintenance on the Miata was pretty successful. I just turned it on because I wanted to go ahead and check the timing real quick. Other than that, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish today off by putting some coolant into the car, and that's pretty much it for this video. So I just want to go ahead and say thank you guys once again for watching this video. Make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. This is going to be the project for a while. So as I mentioned in a previous video, if you guys haven't seen it yet, I am gonna go ahead and make this car a drift car sometime this year. But for now, I just needed it to be reliable as a daily. Water pump, new water neck, whole new radiator and fan shroud from Miyamoto is now installed, and that is the first time doing maintenance on the Miata. So thank you guys once again for everything that you guys do. Thank you for all the love and support, and peace out, guys. Until next time.